Look, the Chicago Bears just dodged a bullet. And also, I'm going to talk about how there's a ton of encouragement regarding Caleb Williams, how he compares favorably to new NFL MVP Josh Allen. More on that further in this video. Let's get into it right now. There's a breaking story that showcases the incompetence of former offensive coordinator Shane Waldron, but also the kind of dude that Caleb Williams really is as a competitor. The best way I can explain it is remember when you bought your first house and you had to YouTube how to fix stuff? That's essentially what Caleb Williams was forced to do during his rookie season with the Chicago Bears under Shane Waldron. This is absolutely ridiculous. Not only was Waldron a poor offensive coordinator, but he reportedly wouldn't even go over film with the Bears rookie quarterback. And this is per Taylor Dahl of Second City Gridiron. I'm going to bring this story up on Sports Mockery. They do a great job here. So this is straight from Taylor. Stories I was hearing from people that I know that work with Caleb Williams in the offseason. They said that during the season, before Shane Waldron was fired, this outsource from the Bears organization called them and was like, can I hire someone to go over film with me because Shane Waldron will not? He built his own film study room because Shane Waldron was not going over film with him. And this is podcast host Taylor Dahl. Caleb Williams built his own film study room in his house and was going to try and hire someone because Shane Waldron was not working with him and, like after games, going over film. Caleb's a guy that wants to learn. Caleb wants to get better. Caleb wants to be the best of the best. And some people say he's cocky, but to me, it's just like he's the ultimate competitor, and you see that in him. And I think you see that through this. There's some encouraging things here. Seeing the Bears respond by making a change in how they do things, right? Firing a head coach during the season and an offensive coordinator mid-season. They've never done that before. Just cleaning house. The aggressive hiring process we just saw, getting the best coaches out there. This is looking like a brand new Chicago Bears team and franchise, but man, how do you let this happen? And who's to blame for this? I mean, Shane Waldron, he just got hired as the passing game coordinator of the Jacksonville Jaguars. And man, we dodged a bullet getting him and the incompetent Matt Eberflus out of town quickly last year. And using YouTube to figure stuff out. That's such a great description of what rookie quarterback Caleb Williams was forced to do last year. And also, I'm saying it's a testament of his determination and desire to be great through the just ridiculous circumstances. And this is shown by a nugget on how Caleb Williams responded to this nonsense. Not only did he take things into his own hands to progress, he actually thrived in a lot of ways. And when you look at the conditions, the work environment, the relationship that he had with his offensive coordinator, this looks absolutely miraculous. I want to illustrate it in his fourth down performance. Our franchise QB has the clutch gene that we are hoping for when we drafted him first overall. Caleb Williams was the 9th best in fourth down EPA and 3rd best in fourth down accuracy during his up and mostly down rookie campaign. Williams was just a shade south of new NFL MVP Josh Allen, his passer rating on fourth downs last year. The Bears converted 60% of their fourth downs, the 13th best mark in the league, and only the Browns had more fourth down attempts, and this kind of happens sometimes with bad teams. But Williams, as I noted, he got absolutely no help whatsoever from Bears running backs as well. Bears running backs were stuffed at the line of scrimmage on a whopping 25 of 64 third and fourth down rushes. No team had a higher stuff rate. That Williams mostly came through on such high leverage downs, that's an outsized factor in 2025 as well, coming up, because we've got an ultra aggressive Ben Johnson, a Dan Campbell style coach, and he's taking over as head coach in Chicago. So Caleb Williams showed this big proficiency on third and fourth down, and it also matches perfectly with the coaching style of our new offensive coordinator. And hopefully this offense will be humming to the point that we do not lead in the amount of fourth down attempts. We don't want to be like the Browns. And kind of looking at this, Caleb Williams, he absolutely shined in a lot of ways while Shane Waldron wasn't doing his job. He basically designed an offense geared toward like a 10-year vet like Kirk Cousins. And not only that, but he refused to teach it to our rookie quarterback. And then you're looking at Williams coming into the league as the highly just tantalizing prospect, number one pick in the NFL draft. No player, though, is good. No player is going to be good enough to do this on their own, right? Williams even tried to do it himself, holding film review sessions at his house without the aid of an offensive coordinator. Now, we're looking all over the media. Rookie of the Year just came out for Jaden Daniels. Some NFL fans think the Bears should have drafted Jaden Daniels instead. He would have had to do nearly everything himself too, though. He got the assistance of Cliff Kingsbury, but with Williams, he didn't get the benefit of that. It's a really difficult comparison. Now, with Williams led by Ben Johnson moving forward, it appears that the self-guided film review sessions at his house, they're going to be a thing of the past. But man, this stuff just feels hard to believe. I don't even know how to address it going forward. How inconceivably dysfunctional the Bears have been over the last 2 years under Eberflus and his staff. With that being known, this story, it doesn't look like a fabrication. It feels totally on brand. This is an offensive coordinator that we had on this team, and it's hard to judge Caleb Williams' rookie season based on this. You had an offensive coordinator that actually had his players organize a team meeting, and the team meeting was essentially have an intervention with their offensive coordinator saying, hey, coach, will you please coach us? Will you put together a game plan that uses our best players? I mean, how does this happen? Eberflus and the Bears brass, they interviewed so many candidates, and they ultimately settled on Shane Waldron. Shane Waldron's plan for Caleb Williams was apparently not to have a plan. I'm not going to cater the offensive scheme to his strengths. And then when asked to actually coach it, Waldron is like, figure it out, Caleb. I'm too busy making a game plan that ignores Cole Kmet. So glad to see some new things here. New owner, new offense, new coaching staff, headed up by a new coach in Ben Johnson. Just a stickler for detail, a coach who demands performance. And even though we can look back on this nonsense as saying, hey, how could the Bears franchise be in such a mess? From what we're seeing by looking at the new coaches, from what we're seeing as far as the aggressive moves to get the best coaches on the market, plus possibly seeing some change in ownership, seeing Kevin Warren be the team president, giving assurance that GM Ryan Poles and new head coach Ben Johnson are going to go hand in hand and run this football operation together. I think we have a lot to be encouraged by, especially by the positive performance that we've seen from Caleb Williams in his rookie year with this nonsense environment. You guys let me know what you think. Bear down, and we'll talk soon. See ya.